What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Patriot Outpost, and the Biden administration has been pushing propaganda hard to try to do anything and everything to blame inflation, to blame the rising gas prices, to blame everything that's going wrong right now on Vladimir Putin and what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. Even going so far as to use TikTok influencers, people with massive followings, to try to convince everyone on those platforms and indoctrinate them to believing that Biden has nothing to do with the drastically rising cost of gas and with inflation. TikTok influencers blame Putin for gas prices after Joe Biden call. And of course, this doesn't take into account the fact that gas prices were already up $1.50 in some parts of the country before Vladimir Putin did anything, simply since Biden took office, before there was a war in Ukraine. I wonder what's to explain that. Probably just Putin too, right? It must be. Following a briefing at the White House, TikTok influencers have taken to the Chinese-owned platform to blame Russia's invasion of Ukraine for rising gas prices in the U.S. As Breitbart News previously reported, the Biden White House held a special briefing last week for 30 influencers on TikTok, the video sharing platform that has seized the attention of under 25s. And I will say, although this is cringe and stupid what we're about to watch, the fact remains that this is one of the reasons why the left is winning over so many young people, because they're using platforms like Twitch. They're using platforms like TikTok. They're using the people there to try to push out their message. And as cringe as it might seem to us, there's people that this is actually going to be receptive to. There are people that will believe this nonsense simply because it's coming from someone they follow. Maybe they literally follow them because they think they're hot or something like that. There's people that will believe it simply for that reason. But let's get into this. This is Ellie Zeiler. Never heard of her. Has like 10 million followers or something on TikTok, crazy like that. Following the briefing, TikTok influencer Ellie Zeiler took to the platform to blame rising gas prices on the end of COVID. Let's listen to this garbage.
Why is gas so expensive, and why is the United States inflation rate at a 4-time decade high? I had the opportunity to ask the White House why gas down the street is $7, and here's what they said.
She cannot even get through more than one sentence without even needing to go to a camera cut, probably because she can't remember what she's supposed to say. She's probably reading from a script that the White House gave her. Doesn't come off authentic at all.
Obvious reason, we are getting out of a 2-year pandemic. When use goes up, price goes up. But the call was predominantly about Ukraine and Russia, so how does that relate? Russia is one of the top 3 producers of oil, and it is actually their #1 revenue source. Now, with Putin starting this horrific fight between...
With Putin is starting this horrific fight. She sounds like she doesn't care at all, like she has no idea what these words even mean.
In Ukraine and Russia, nobody wants to work with him and do international trade. So with people being scared of war and limited resources, prices are bound to go up as well. For the people who can't pay $7 for a gallon of gas, there's an app called Gas Buddy that shows you the cheapest gas near you, as well as a link in my bio to donate to the misplaced refugees of Ukraine.
There you go. This person who has no idea what's going on but has been fed a script by the Biden administration is now putting out propaganda on TikTok. And again, I got to go back to it and say there's a lot of people that will believe this. There's a lot of stupid fucking people in this world who will see this put out there and they'll buy it. And that's why I'll go back and say once again that I think it's important for conservatives, people on the right, just anti-leftists, to be honest with you, however you want to describe yourself, to stay on these platforms, to be on places like Twitter and YouTube and all these other places, to make sure that on these biggest platforms that we are still putting out a message that actually makes sense, a logical message, so people can actually maybe discover that instead of this being the only thing they see when they go on TikTok. This is cringe, this is stupid, but it's not the first time it's happened. Biden administration brings cross-dressing TikTok star to White House to push the COVID jab. This was back in August, while they're continuing to do it. 30 TikTok influencers fed a script by the Biden administration so they can push it out there to children, to people under 25. Those types of people are the ones they're targeting with this information, this disinformation and misinformation. Pretty ironic, isn't it, that big tech is continuing to push Biden misinformation while deplatform anything that they deem isn't appropriate for these platforms. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.